Please stand respectfully for our national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello, York Explorers. Welcome to our annual Veterans Day Assembly. Well, the assembly is a little different this time. It's via video. We just really are incredibly thankful for our veterans, and we wanted to make sure that they knew the York Explorers were honoring them today. Two of the very special ones in my life are my dad, who was a chief gunner's mate in the Navy for 20 years, and my son Dylan, who is a first lieutenant in the National Guard. We hope that you enjoy these videos and enjoy singing along with the songs. Thank you so much, and thank you for your service for all those who served.
Thank you, veterans. What is a veteran? A veteran is someone who has served in the armed forces. Every U.S. veteran has served in one of the 5 branches of the armed forces: the Army, the Marine Corps, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Coast Guard. Each branch has a different job to do. For example, the Army mostly works on land. The Air Force works in the sky. People in the Air Force fly planes and helicopters. People in the Navy, the Marines, and the Coast Guard all spend a lot of time at sea. But they can have other jobs too. For example, some people in the Navy fly jets. The branches are separate, but they often work together. They might work as a team to rescue someone who is hurt at sea. The President of the United States is in charge of all the branches. Under the Constitution, the President is the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. On November 11th, we celebrate Veterans Day. We honor men and women who have served in the armed forces. We honor veterans because they trained hard to do their jobs. Some were medics and helped people who were hurt. Some drove tanks. And some people even worked on submarines. All of them were brave. You might know a veteran. Maybe someone in your family or in your neighborhood is a veteran. We can say thank you to veterans every day of the year. But Veterans Day is an especially great time to do it. Thank you, veterans.
This is the wall, my grandfather's wall. On it are the names of those killed in a war long ago. Where is Grandpa's name? I ask. We have to find it, Dad says. He and I come a long way for this, and we walk slowly, searching. The wall is black and shiny as a mirror. In it, I can see Dad and me. I can see the bare trees behind us and the dark, flying clouds. A man in a wheelchair stares at the names. He doesn't have legs. I'm looking, and he sees me looking and smiles. Hi, son. Hi. His hat is soft, squashed green, and there are medals on it. His pant legs are folded back, and his shirt is a soldier's shirt. A woman as old as my grandma is hugging a man old as my grandpa would be. They are both crying. Shh, he whispers. Shh. Flowers and other things have been laid against the wall. There are little flags, an old teddy bear, and letters, weighted with stones so they won't blow away. Someone has left a rose with a droopy head. Have you found Grandpa yet? I asked. No, Dad says. There are so many names. They are listed under the years when they were killed. I've found 1967. That's when my grandpa died. Dad runs his fingers along the rows of print, and I do too. The letters march side by side like rows of soldiers. They're nice and even. It's better printing than I can do. The wall is warm. Dad is searching and searching. Albert A. Jensen, Charles Bronowski, George Munoz, he mutters. His fingers stop moving. Here he is. My grandpa, I ask. Dad nods. Your grandpa. His voice blurs. My dad. He was just my age when he was killed. Dad's rubbing the name, rubbing and rubbing as if he wants to wipe it away. Maybe he just wants to remember the way it feels. He lifts me so I can touch it too. We brought paper. Dad puts it over the letters and rubs on it with a pencil so the paper goes dark and the letters show up white. You've got parts of other guys' names on there too, I tell him. Dad looks at the paper. Your grandpa won't mind. They were probably friends of his anyway, I say. Dad nods. Maybe so. A man and a boy walk past. Can we go to the river now, Grandpa? The boy asks. Yes, the man takes the boy's hand, but button your jacket, it's cold. My dad stands very still with his head bent. A bunch of big girls in school uniforms come down the path. Their teacher is with them. They are all carrying more of those little flags. Is this the wall for the dead soldiers, Miss Gerber? One of them asks in a loud voice. The names are the names of the dead, but the wall is for all of us, the teacher says. They make a lot of noise and ask a lot of questions, and all the time Dad just stands there with his head bowed, and I stand beside him. The girls stick their flags in the dirt in front of the wall and leave. Then it's quiet again. Dad folds the paper that has Grandpa's name on it and puts it in his wallet. He slides out a picture of me, one of the yucky ones they took in school. Mom made me wear a tie. Dad puts the picture on the grass below Grandpa's name. It blows away. I get it, and I put it back and pile some little stones on top. My face smiles up at me from under the stones. Grandpa won't know who I am, I tell Dad. I think he will, Dad says. I move closer to him. It's sad here. He puts his hand on my shoulder. I know, but it's a place of honor. I'm proud that your grandfather's name is on this wall. I am too. I am. But I'd rather have my grandpa here, taking me to the river, telling me to button my jacket because it's cold. I'd rather have him here. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial honors the men and women of the armed forces of the United States who served in the Vietnam War. On it are listed the names of those who gave their lives and those missing in action. The memorial is located in Washington, D.C. On the long black wall are more than 38,000 names.
Up next is time for our Armed Forces Medley Sing-Along. We will be singing the song for the Army, the Navy, the Marines, the Coast Guard, and the Air Force, and we'll end with a rousing rendition of the Grand Old Flag. You will hear my voice singing throughout this sing-along, but the class should be able to sing along with me. If your students are in kindergarten or first grade, they heard these songs and learned a little bit of these songs. Instead, we got up and we moved to these songs. So kindergarten and first grade, you are welcome to clap, you are welcome to pat, you are welcome to march. As long as you can still hear the music, have fun. Here we go. Over hill, over dale, we will hit the dusty trail, and those caissons go rolling along. In and out, hear them shout, counter marching on the prowl, and those caissons go rolling along. For it's high, high, in the field artillery. Count out your numbers loud and strong. 2, 3, 4, wherever are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in Thee. Through surf and storm and howling gale, I shall our purpose be. Semper Paratus is our guide, our fame, our glory too. To fight, to save, or fight to die. Aye, Coast Guard, we are for you. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here we come, zooming to meet our thunder. Atom boys, give her the gun. Down we dive, spouting our flame from under. Off with one terrible roar. We live in flame, we go down in flame. Nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force. You're a Grand Old Flag is one of my favorite Veterans Day tunes. If you're a 4th or 5th grader, you probably remember this from 1st or 2nd grade, back when things were normal. We didn't have time to learn it in music for most of us, so I want you all, no matter how much you know it, to be my echo right now. I might mess up on the piano a little bit, no big deal. Let's work on it together. My turn, your turn. You're a grand old flag. You're a high-flying flag. And forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true under red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. But should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag. Woo! Keep your eye on the grand old flag. All right, now let's go back together and let's sing the whole thing. 1, 2, do your best. You're a grand old flag, you're a high-flying flag, and forever in peace may you wave. You're the emblem of the land I love, the home of the free and the brave. Every heart beats true under red, white, and blue, where there's never a boast or brag. But should old acquaintance be forgot, keep your eye on the grand old flag.
Hello, Explorers. I'm Miss Montgomery, your Associate Principal here at York Elementary. As you've listened to today, there are many ways that we can celebrate and honor our veterans on Veterans Day. I hope you've had an opportunity to learn a little bit more about why this holiday is so important. One way you can celebrate Veterans Day would be to attend a parade or an event here locally. You can find information about parades and local events at clarkcountytoday.com. If you'd like to celebrate Veterans Day from the comfort of your home, one way that you can honor the dedication and sacrifice of our U.S. veterans would be to draw a picture, write a poem, maybe write a letter or make a card to deliver to someone who has served in the military. Whatever you do, make sure you take a moment today to think about those people who sacrificed so that we can have the freedoms we have today.